Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe football show. It almost feels like I'm in the transfer window again, just going live at the drop of a hat, but it feels nice. It gives me something to get my teeth into. Do you know what I mean? We will be doing a live stream with Joe as well straight after this at 6 p.m. We're double dipping. It's all good. Doesn't matter. Will be a standalone video on its own because Leeds United have officially announced today at 5 o'clock that the next steps are ready and raring to go in order to enhance Elland Road Stadium. We will be getting an increase in capacity. As you'll have seen all across social media, this is now all being made official. We can go through the press release from the club now and we'll have a chat about it. Obviously, this is great news for those that are looking to attend matches, those that obviously are on a season ticking waiting list, for example. Leeds United Football Club announces next steps in plan to enhance Elland Road Stadium. So yeah, it's going to be 53,000. So the key ambitions is to modernize and improve stadium capacity from a little over 37.5 to circa 53,000 seats. 53,000, as we know, having spoke to the I didn't speak to, but as Angus Kinnear spoke to the lads at Square Ball, that some of this will include corporate, etc. Because in order to pay for it, you're going to have to include corporate, etc. But yeah, that's by the by. I almost feel that Leeds United, I mean, maybe I'm massively wrong, but it's not a massively corporate club. But obviously, if you get to the Premier League, then it's going to have a totally different feel, isn't it? And you will get day trippers and those that are there to see us play Manchester United, etc., and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, season ticket waiting list is a scam. So glad I got my through when we were shite. Tell me about it, Damar. I hear you. That's why, like, someone tried to tell me the other day there's always been a waiting list when they were like having a go, and I was like, no, there hasn't. There definitely hasn't. So yeah, I do feel that waiting list is a bit of a scam, especially when you consider you've paid for it. You've actually paid. Well, when it was first announced, I paid. So I should be near the top, right? For my son. This is for my son, by the way. So it all seems a little bit mad. J Racer says, laid the smackdown on the like button. Mick T says, great news. Easy Joe, lad. Hope you well, I am. John Charles Stand is from the 50s. Let's go, Joe. Great news, in my opinion. Peekaboo says, does it depend on promotion? We'll get into the rest of the press release. Sonny says it does say no news on when. D says, think they are going to ruin it. We are a Premier League club, just need to get there, says Jason. Will it affect PSR? I'm not too sure, actually, on that, Peekaboo. Is this why we didn't get a 10? I know there's some takes, isn't there, online at the minute on Wacko, I believe. Someone sent me some stuff that there's a disconnect between the manager and over this recruitment strategy. And yeah, so it's all Bamford's fault. Anything new here from TSB podcast? What additional to what was said? I'm not too sure, mate. Why 53k sees an odd number? It may be due to the planning, right? You might not be able to get an extra 2,000 seats on where they're planning to put them. Remember going to games and then begging people to buy a season ticket. Oh, how times have changed, exactly. Plus, the leg room needs to be sorted. Lord Shio Gorath says, evening, Joe. If everyone paid, then they're all near the top. No good having a ground with 53 if we ain't a good team to go with it. We are a good team, though, aren't they? I think for me, we need to get Premier League, though. Otherwise, it is pointless. Because if we languish in the Championship, eventually attendances will drop. And then like we used to with the East Upper, just don't get open. So it would be a pointless exercise. PSR is not connected to infrastructure. Jer says development work doesn't go under PSR, same as Academy, Women's and Charity. There you go. Big up Peekaboo. This will be great for the thousands that can't get to games. Can you imagine the volume it will create? Be absolutely magic. You hope, Jonathan. You hope. Thank you to whoever donated gift subs over the last few days. I was away, so couldn't catch many lives. No worries. That would have been Christopher Spofford Chapel. Don't think stadium building and facilities development affects PSR. Would have liked a render of it. Is that like a picture of what it would look like? Yeah, sorry, I'm not too up on terminology, mate. But let's see what it says. So, modernise, improve stadium. It does need modernising, let's be honest. And it'll go from 37.5 or a little over to 53,000 seats. I know you were peekaboo. Significant increase to general admission seating, which at present would make Elland Road the 7th largest club stadium in the country. Wow, really? In 2025, like, or 2026? I swear there's more than that. Tottenham, Manchester United, Arsenal, City, Liverpool. Maybe not Chelsea, you know. Nah, definitely not Chelsea. So there's 5. What else is bigger, folks? Is Chelsea more than 53, maybe? I don't think it's been built on for a while, has it? They've got hotels and stuff. So Old Trafford, Emirates, Tottenham Stadium, West Ham, that's 6. Sunderland, yeah, Sunderland could be up there. Newcastle, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if that's right. Let's have a look. Everton's new one, it's not built yet, is it? Top 10 stadium capacities in England. Have a look. Man City would be. Wembley, Old Trafford, Tottenham, London Stadium. Okay. So I don't think they'll count Wembley, will they? So Old Trafford, Tottenham, London Stadium, which is West Ham, Anfield, Emirates, Etihad, Newcastle. There are Stadium of Light's 49. So it would be. Villa Park's 42, Newcastle's 52. So we'd go in at 7th, yeah. Because obviously you're not counting Wembley, are you? So that's quite impressive, actually, you know. So that's like Old Trafford, Tottenham, West Ham, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Newcastle, Leeds. No, actually, we'd have more than Newcastle. We'd have 700 more than them. So there you go. Newcastle's 52,305. So yeah, we'd have more than Newcastle. That's quite impressive, actually, isn't it, when you consider how long we've been out of the Prem and all that sort of stuff. So that's quite cool. A core architectural design objective is to maintain and enhance the unique atmosphere. That's one thing we don't want to lose, right? We don't want to lose the atmosphere. Although some might say, listen, I can't really comment. Yeah, man, that's mad, isn't it, Ryan? When you deep it like that, I mean, it won't look all nice, but then again, actually, when you think if they're going to modernise it, there'll still be parts of the stadium that won't. I don't think they're building on the south stand, are they? I think it's more the Cop and the west. So yeah. So a core architectural design objective is to maintain and enhance the unique atmosphere. Going on, it says phased approach to construction to minimize loss of seating capacity during the project. Do you know what this sort of stuff always reminds me of? Do you remember LMA Manager, when you would build your stadium on an LMA Manager, like one side of the stadium would be like under construction, and you would actually see like the construction going on as you were playing. There you go. All good, Marley. We should go for they'll have done a lot of checking and stuff. Brilliant news for the club. Some of the fans will still look for negatives. Loft says, member for 20 months, big up, 4 more, and it's 2 years, bro. He says, not been watching as much as I would like to, but keep up all the hard work. Thank you, mate. Hope everything's all good at your end. 53K feels a little bit less than the 55K than it should be minimum. What, George, so again, as someone was just saying, are you annoyed that it's not an extra 2,000 seats? Like, what? I don't understand that, bro. Is that what you're saying to me there? I don't genuinely, I'm just asking you. So they're going to be building the seats that will make us the 7th biggest in the country, and you want an extra 2. They'll have had to take all these things into consideration as well, because we might not have the seats for an extra 2. Like, there might not be the demand. Listen, people go, nah, man, Leeds United, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, we were there. We were there when there was no one in the ground. Will we finally get racing car seats? Definitely. 53K is a massive upgrade for the club and the stadium, yeah. We have a long waiting list. 55K would be minimise it a bit more. Oh, I think they're asking too much. These people complaining would be the same ones crying we can't fill it and it looks empty. Yeah, definitely. No worries. I hope you well. Promise you, people will. Yeah, I'm struggling to find why that's a negative at this moment in time. Maybe they move the away end back to the cheese, whereas potentially. Why does it have to be a rounded up number? True. Yeah, you did. We are a very hard bunch to please, 100%. Definitely. And we've seen that this season really more so than ever, really. Bring Elland Road in line with UEFA Category 4 status to be amongst the elite in European stadia. Expert team combining global stadium experience with local specialist knowledge, assembled to deliver artists' impressions and planning submission. It will be nice, won't it, when we get to see some pictures of what it will look like. And having done a stadium tour years ago, I think when it's done, I'll go and do that again. So this is what it goes on to say. Leeds United Football Club today announces next steps in the plan to reimagine and enhance Elland Road Stadium, home of the Whites since 1919. Earlier this year, the ownership of the stadium was transferred back to Leeds, giving the club full control of the ground for the first time since 2004, with plans now in the works for its long-term future. The existing stadium capacity of 37, with regeneration set to increase that to circa 53. We've greatly improved general admission and hospitality facilities. Yeah, this is the thing, isn't it? Let's not hope it's all that hospitality. Listen, I can't lie to you as well. So having gone to Elland Road for a long time, you used to be able to go to the pavilion. You would go in, you would show them your ticket, your season ticket. They would give you a voucher for a beer. You could go get some food at the front, listen to some of the legends. Then we gets into the Premier League and they cut it in half. Well, not even half, probably 3/4. And they use some of that as hospitality and they would walk across. I mean, no disrespect. First of all, it pissed me off because I was like, well, what about us that aren't hospitality? You've took a fucking marquee away from us, in effect, yeah? And then what they then did is gave it as hospitality. Now, if that's considered hospitality, then I don't know what is, because it was literally, you've seen the pavilion, those who goes to Elland Road, but that was Radrazani. So I guess it does need it. It probably does need upping. I mean, listen, this is how bad Elland Road was. When we got the fan zone, the very first fan zone on the opening day of the season, those that will have been there, they had Tom Zanetti, T to the Z, doing doing the like, it's like a stage, those near the cop. It's like a stage in a container. So T to, Donny says I was there. T to the Z, lyrical badman, lyrical J. Bo, little Bo Peep. I'll rob your house while you are asleep. I'll take your TV, I'll take your wife, come downstairs and I'll take your life. All that kind of vibe, yeah? T to the Z. Anyway, so that was on, and there was containers that sold beers, yeah? And I couldn't believe how amazing it was, like, because that's not what we had. And obviously done Bremner's statue, Bremner's Square. I've got two, actually, one in front of the pavilion and one at Bremner's Square. So it's so far removed from what we're used to, right? But that hospitality, taking that off the fans first and foremost, I think. Damar says pavilion is wank, 90 quid to sit outside in the freezing cold. It is, right? You'd be sat in there, hat on and that still, round just some circle tables with a free fucking beer. It's brutal. And a hot plate at the top. And so they then made that hospitality. So then that's where they took it away from people. It's like, fucking hell. But hey ho, it is what it is. Let's go back to this. So Leeds United is a one-club city and a rarity in European football, and demand for tickets consistently outpaces the current available supply, which I think is fair enough currently. Elland Road in its current form has sold out for every match over the last 6 years, and there are 26,000 supporters on the waiting list. Where are we? Where are we on this waiting list, man? Oh, do you remember that? See, I grew up listening to Tom Zanetti, so I was like... Yeah, so it says the revitalization will focus on increasing capacity to the north and west stands and will be delivered in phases to maintain as much seating as possible during construction. The club, along with owners 49ers Enterprises, have brought in specialist acoustic consultants to ensure Elland Road's unique atmosphere is retained. We'll see. A local transport consultant has been commissioned to help plan access routes and manage traffic flows during construction. Do you know what, though? One of the best things they ever did was do the shuttle buses, because obviously it was a nightmare to get out of Elland Road. I know I've not been for a while, but I think they still put on them shuttle buses, man, and it just gets you straight in and out. It was really really handy. My lasting memory of them shuttle buses is getting on the bus and seeing a tweet from Phil here that said that Bielsa was being sacked. I'll never forget that moment, you know, walking up them stairs after getting beat, sitting down, and then the tweet came out from Ornstein and Phil, and I was raging. I was raging with Phil as well. I mean, it's not his fault, but I was like, the bastards. The bastards. I'll never forget it, man. Critically, the club and the professional team will also be looking closely at matchday travel plans to ensure an improvement in the experience for both residents and supporters arriving at the ground. Parag Magath, or Parag Marat, chairman of Leeds United Football Club. I'm glad he's not done a video this time. We recognise how important Elland Road is to the Leeds United fans and the wider community. The opportunity to refresh a century-old stadium, coupled with the legacy of Leeds United, is unprecedented. Let's not forget they're doing this for cash, people, all right? I mean, I'm glad, but, you know, don't let them dance around it. They're doing it to get more money. Our plans reinforce our commitment to the long-term success of the club, and I am excited that we are going to be able to welcome thousands more supporters to every game in a stadium that retains the unique atmosphere of Elland Road. We look forward to sharing our plans with supporters and the local community for their input. Councillor James Lewis, leader of Leeds City Council, said, as a council leader and a lifelong Leeds fan, I very much welcome this news for what it could mean for the club, supporters, the local community in the city. Leeds inspires real passion in fans, and Elland Road itself allows them to demonstrate their fervent support to great effect. Expanding and enhancing the existing ground will allow many more fans access to games while protecting the unique atmosphere. Then this investment can also be a catalyst for wider regeneration plans of South Leeds, which represents an opportunity of national significance. Getting there will be easier with work to improve Leeds Station and the introduction of White Rose Rail Station, along with the potential of proposed mass transit route from city centre close to the ground. We've had some very positive initial meetings with their team and look forward to working with them on this important vision to ensure this project moves forward and unlocks significant benefits to the city and its communities. And that's another thing that probably those that don't live in Leeds probably take for granted. It would do great, obviously, for the city, 100%. And bringing, you know, I don't know how it will happen in terms of will they be able to hold gigs there and that. I'm not too sure. But, yeah, this is true. Yeah, it's going to take a lot, isn't it? And I'm just in, you know, it'll be long, but it'll improve things definitely. It goes on to say Leeds United owners, 49ers Enterprises have a wealth of experience having built the famous Levi's Stadiums, one of the premier sports and entertainment venues in the world. Will it be called the Red Bull Stadium? Whilst members of the club's board are renowned for overseeing successful major real estate projects across the globe, they did bring someone onto the board like that, right? The revitalisation of Elland Road Stadium will see 49ers Enterprises bring their expertise from the US in overseeing a UK-based project team, which includes stadium specialist architects KSS, structural engineers Buro Happold, and the management team at Rise, whose leadership team managed the delivery of some of the most successful mixed-use projects in the UK. Yeah, look, yeah, listen, 53k is enough, Frank. This statement is just what I don't think it was. I don't remember getting all that information there. But anyway, they've announced it officially, though. You know, I think, well, I don't know why. If you think about it, all they've done before is mentioned it's in the pipeline, and now it's come and it's out and it's in fruition. So yeah, that's a good thing. It's a good thing that Leeds United are going to be increasing their capacity. Of course it is. So it's huge news, and a 53,000 seater, making it the 7th biggest, which I find that insane, by the way. If you take out Wembley Stadium, that, you know, you've got Old Trafford, Tottenham, London, Anfield, Emirates, Etihad, and then you'll have Elland Road. Amazing. When will that happen? No announcement, mate, but it'll be in increment gains, and I can guarantee you it won't happen if we don't get promoted. So that needs to happen first and foremost. And that's the question we're going to be having a chat with Gerard at 6 o'clock, actually. Will Leeds United get promoted playing this way? can you be critical of the manager without wanting him out? So we're going to get into that at 6 p.m. And I don't want to keep you too long. Keep this short. Nice little reaction to this. People can watch this after the fact. But join me live at 6 o'clock where I'll be chatting with Joe about this weekend's games. And I think Joe's a little bit more critical over what he sees, and he was last season, and he's seen the same thing. So I think it's fair, but doesn't necessarily mean you are far out, which there seems to be two camps at the minute. So we'll be there. But thanks as always for watching the video, and join us at 6 o'clock in literally 29 minutes. I'm just going to eat some tea and then I'll see you back then. So peace out and thank you for joining me. Leeds United will increase their stadium to 55k. Big up. 49ers.